necessity is another pitch. Well, this actually started out as a wood lathe. I had a bed that I was making for a granddaughter. Some of the spindles in the bed were too long to work on my wood lathe at home. So, okay, what do? Normal wood lathe has got a way to hold a steady rest in it. It's normally got a motor tied to it. It's got a spindle there. So I used this exact same base, excluding the plywood sides, and set a router on top of it in a slide tray, and used that to turn some spindles for a large bed. They ended up being a canopy bed, and granddaughter's been using that for quite a few years now. So this came from a few steps along the way, but it's very, very basic, very simple. The track itself is nothing more than 1.5 conduit, thin wall conduit. I've got stops on it so that a person can run so far, hit a stop, so that you don't hit the end and ruin around a bit. Unfortunately, I've got a few of those that have a shortened life expectancy, we'll put it that way. They didn't quite make it to the end, because some of them don't set the stop on it. So, at any rate, another thing on the router bits I might comment on the regular bowl bit, you've got a space in between the cutters. On one to work on this, you need a crisscross cutter so that you can have, it will end up giving a true flat bottom on the bit. And it'll work out the whole end that, ends up hitting. This again is a play item, just trying to see what I can and can't do. This is a 3/4 round piece. Made some grandfather clocks a few years back, quite a few years back now. At any rate, it needed something to go on the edge. A 1/4 piece. So something like this would have been very nice to have had at the time. Part rounds. Something, a portion of a round. Multiple centers. You can cut a cove on a table saw, but you can't cut the reverse side, on a table saw. But you can with this. Tapers. Nothing more than changing the center. Spirals, obvious, can do. Hollow spirals are fun too, because they're just something that are kind of intriguing along the way. But I've got a few others that I'll just kind of set out, and you're welcome to look at them at any time. I had to come up with something for my grandkids. How about a Harry Potter wand? You can wave it around and poof, you're going to behave yourself around a little bit further. What would happen if, I don't want to taper, but let's go some rounds, smarts. It just depends upon the router bit that you find out what you can do. And of course, I have found some times where I don't have the right router bit, needless to say, I'm not using this every day of the week by any long ways. So I can also take my tie motor onto this, use normal steady rest, and use my lathe tools and work on it that direction. A few other things that were just kind of fun to do. A part round that's fluted, and it's got a flat area on part of it, and then a taper. little more difficult to do on, on a regular lathe or on any other type of machine. Hollow spiral, everything else, let's say just plain round, but here's kind of interesting, just because of the knot that's in the middle of that. Now hit that with a regular wood lathe and, it just drives the guy crazy trying to, work around or work through, a major knot. Well, with the router and turning here, it's no effect whatsoever. Again, a spiral, but reducing in size and, just makes for some interesting appearances. And one more. Can't tell I haven't enjoyed playing this stupid thing. But it does have its frustrations. I was working with it, and I thought, for grandkids, I'm going to turn just a small, little itty bitty baseball bat. So I've got a grandson, he's trying to play t-ball and, on the ground. Well, I got so doggone frustrated with this thing, I just couldn't turn it dead. So at any rate, I took this bat out of the lathe center, a nice smack with it. There's what happened. I don't know. Just chugged something rosettes are another thing that you can do. I think most of you have seen those. Okay, now, enough talking on that. I think you'd probably like to see how the thing works.